Well, hello, everybody. Thank you for joining us for yet another version of the Lives and Lessons Learned from 100 Christians. Today we're doing a lady named Helen Roseveare, 1925 through 2016. So she just passed away a little while ago. She was an English missionary, doctor, author, and speaker whose life of unyielding service in the Democratic Republic of Congo exemplified sacrificial faith amid profound suffering. A pioneer with the World Evangelism Crusade, WEC, she built hospitals and trained nurses in remote rainforests, only to endure Civil War's horrors, including imprisonment, rape, and loss. Her candid autobiographies, like "Give Me This Mountain" and He Gave Us a Valley, blend raw vulnerability with triumphant trust, inspiring millions to embrace God's sovereignty in brokenness. That's amen. As she reflected, the price was hard, but the privilege was greater. Her story, drawn from her writings and biographies, reveals a woman who traded earthly comfort for eternal impact. Born September 21st, 1925 in England, she was the second of 5 children. To a dad was a mathematician who designed World War II ration books. And Lady Edith, her family's high Anglican heritage filled Sundays with church. But young Helen felt a spiritual void, sensing a distance from God despite her faithful attendance. A Sunday school tale of Indian missionaries ignited a childhood vow. I will be a missionary someday. World War II shattered her youth with bombs falling as she pursued medicine at Newnham College in Cambridge. Amid the rationing and ruins, Helen excelled academically and athletically, captaining the women's hockey team, yet wrestled with ambition and pride. Her turning point came in 1945 during a Christian Union evangelistic week. Confronted by the gospel's claim, she surrendered fully. Jesus only, no Jesus plus Helen. This conversion transformed her from a driven student into a fervent evangelist, leading Bible studies and sharing her faith boldly. Post-graduation, she trained with the WC, honing skills in evangelism and tropical medicine. In 1953, at age 28, she sailed for the Congo, single-minded, all for Jesus. So she was in the Congo for 20 years. Her 20-year tenure in Mbabi and Nibongo unfolded like a biblical epic. Miracles amid mud, conversions in the clinic. She founded a 100-bed hospital, maternity ward, a nurses training school, delivering thousands of babies and treating tropical diseases. Adopting local dress and languages, she immersed in village life, preaching Christ house to house. By the 1960s, her team had trained 100 nurses and churches sprouted up in the rainforest. God gave us a valley to conquer, she wrote, crediting divine provision for everything from shipments to well drilling. Civil unrest shattered this ideal. The Congo's 1960 independence sparked a rebellion with communist-backed ravages ravaging the northeast. On October 29, 1964, militants stormed Mbambi. Helen, then 39, was beaten, gang-raped, and imprisoned for 5 months in a rat-infested jail. Mocked as Mama Taboo, forbidden white mother, she endured mock executions and starvation, witnessing colleagues' murders. Yet in the darkness she ministered, praying with guards, sharing food with inmates. A child's prayer for a hot water bottle to revive a premature baby, answered miraculously, became her emblem of faith's audacity. Freed in 1965 in a UN rescue, she returned to England shattered but unbowed. After therapy and deputation, she felt God's nudge, go back. In 1966, she rebuilt the shattered hospital, mentoring a new generation of Congolese medics. Political volatility forced her exit in 1973, but not before establishing enduring WEC outposts. Later ministry. Retiring to Northern Ireland at 48, she poured fire Helen poured her fire into global speaking at 3 Urbana missions conferences and writing 8 books that sold millions of copies. She lectured at medical schools, trained missionaries, and advocated for women's dignity in missions. Her final decades, marked by arthritis and frailty, brimmed with joy. She mentored young leaders, always probing, has it been worth it? Her answer, yes, 1,000 times. She died peacefully on December 7, 2016, at her home in Northern Ireland. Her last words were a whisper of praise. Her legacy, over 800 churches planted, countless lives healed, and a model of resilient faith that still fuels WEC's 1,800 workers worldwide. So, what kind of lessons can we learn from this kind of amazing person? Trade self-glory for God glory. Jesus only leaves no room for our egos. Trials aren't punishment, but platforms for God's power. Our pain refines our joy. Release offenders to God's justice. Wow. Holding grudges imprisons the soul. God's voice demands response. Half obedience yields half blessing. Ooh, about that. That's kind of... Pray impossibilities. God's no is as loving as a yes, but dare to ask. I like that. Measure impact by transform lives, not accolades. Pour into others selflessly. Helen's creed from her book Living Sacrifice is, one day it will all be over, but today I choose to trust him. Oh, that's awesome. Her life challenges us in comfort's cage or chaos's grip. Will you pay the price for the king's privilege? As she urged, dig deeper into God and watch valleys become victories. Again, thank you so much. I didn't know anything about this woman. It's quite a story. All right, hope you're inspired. I kind of am. Take care. God bless. Bye.